Hi, Professor John. This is Anna McCarthy with my speech, The One We Need Your Help With. I'm sure you have heard the names Ross, Rachel, Monica, Chandler, Phoebe, and Joey at some point in your lives. If not, what about the catchy theme song with the words, I'll be there for you, and the... If that's not enough, then I'm sure you're familiar with Joey's famous pickup line, how you doing? Or Ross's pathetic excuse, we were on a break. Well, on July 9th, 2019, it was announced to the US that our ability to binge watch those shows over and over again were crushed. That day, Netflix devastated the public when they tweeted that Friends will no longer be on their streaming service in 2020. As if this year couldn't get any worse. I mean, read the room, people. We are now living in a pandemic. Netflix canceling Friends is proof that one bad thing leads to another. But who am I to tell you? I am a college freshman who is a media and entertainment major with no experience in the televised field whatsoever. The only time I have spent in a studio is on paid tours of Rockefeller Plaza up in New York City where they broadcast Saturday Night Live and the CNN headquarters in Atlanta. However, I hate to brag, but I will tell you that I won Best Movie Project in my high school. My teacher still shows my short film to students to this day every year. This still doesn't establish my credibility, but as a TV show movie fanatic, let's pretend it does. So in this speech, I will be telling you why Friends should be back on Netflix, from why it's essential to televised history and how to get it back. Friends first aired on NBC in 1994 as an American sitcom. According to Webster Dictionary, a sitcom is a, quote, situational comedy. These six friends live in Manhattan, New York, and the show is about their everyday lives, mistakes, tribulations, and victories that they go through in their 20s. Each character has a unique personality, from the spoiled Long Island fashionista Rachel Green, the tree-hugging kooky masseuse Phoebe Buffay, handsome, aspiring actor Joey Tribbiani, witty wise Chandler Bing, clean freak cook Monica Geller, and her dorky older brother Ross. This show is relatable, trendy, enduring, and one of the most popular TV shows of all time. After being on air for a whole decade, it was re-energized in a way when it started streaming on Netflix. According to economic advisor and strategist Scott Lazarson, sorry I butchered that, of Netflix, Friends is the second most watched show, following very closely to The Office. It's a casual show full of laughter, the oohs and ahs, and exciting squeals from a live audience that clearly so many people have come to obsess over. So, if it's so popular, why would Netflix do such a horrible thing by taking it off? Well, the rumors and conspiracies can't confirm anything, but there must be some way that fans can save it, and actually there is. So, fans saving cancellations to shows dates all the way back to 1968. NBC announced they were no longer continuing the Star Trek series after a low-rated second season. Sci-fi lovers B. Joe and John Trimble were crushed, so they took matters into their own hands by organizing a letter-writing blitz in order to save the show. They indeed did, because NBC released a third season of Star Trek, but it still was a bust. However, StarTrek.com reports, quote, though the network dropped Star Trek after its lackluster third year, enough episodes have been shot for the show to enter syndication. And in syndication, Star Trek emerged as such a phenomenon that it was resurrected as an animated series, and in 1979, a big-budget feature, end quote. So you could say that if it wasn't for this couple, Star Trek wouldn't be known as the iconic franchise that we admire today. And a lot of people do. This show comes to show the power of the people. Most importantly, fans. Any movie, TV show, musicians thrive off of their fans. Fans create loyalty, passion, and community, which is why we need to be able to have easy access to Friends. It is so clearly well liked, and it just needs to be back on Netflix. But maybe fans that single-handedly saved a whole industry or a franchise still won't convince you. So let me continue. I want you to visualize a world without easy access to Friends. Oh wait, we're already in it. We're living in it. Just like I said earlier, we are living in a pandemic. But look even further, into the 90s when the show first aired. People went to the hairdresser and they wanted the Monica cut. Everyone wanted to dress like Rachel Green, and people had arguments over the "we were on a break" excuse. These characters are so loved that people even have Friends-themed birthday parties and even weddings. On this clip here, I will show you a video of the photography website that shows a lovely couple's wedding day, or more like a day at Central Park. As you can see from that, this show clearly has impacted people's lives. So it's only fair to continue having it back on Netflix. Netflix is the most used streaming service in America, and Friends consistently reigned in the top 5 since its streaming debut in 2015. Following generations and ages need the access to this golden classic. The show is the epitome of the transition from child to adulthood. It's the uncertainty of romance and the uncertainty of professional lives. And because of that, it holds an enormous cultural currency. Needless to say, Friends has taught us about personalities, love, uncertainties, and of course, friendship. With that being said, I encourage you to sign a petition on change.org to put Friends back on Netflix. Not only will it bring the timeless classics that we know and love, but we can show it to the upcoming generations as well as binge it again and again ourselves. Because in the end, that show will be there for you. In the meantime, while Friends is off Netflix, for now, I guess a tiger owner with a bad mullet will do. Thank you.